Hi and welcome. My name is Gabriela Thormer from Aarhus University in Denmark. And today I'm going to present you briefly to social acceptance of dual land use approaches, specifically agrivoltaics. So what are agrivoltaics? How do people think about it? And why is this actually important? When we normally look at a product, then we want to know what people think about it, if a consumer is interested in it, if they like it, so they will buy it later on. The characteristics we look at are relative advantage, compatibility, complexity, trialability, and communicability. But what we argue in the case of agrivoltaics, which is as a dual land use approach suggests a combination of crop production and energy production on the same piece of land. Such an approach means that we have solar cells installed on land where crops are also grown. And such an approach is also meant to actually impact more than just the consumer. That can mean that we have socially relevant interest groups, or we have national interests to consider. Therefore, we regularly look at three different levels of social acceptance when it comes to potentially high impactful innovations. The micro level, the meso level, and the macro level. And also to give you an impression how agrivoltaics can look like, because they differ a lot due to their flexibility, then we see here examples. Either there is the energy production on top and the crops are below. Here the solar cells might help also with sun protection for some crops. In the middle, we have an example where solar cells are replacing hail nets, so it is also a hail protection as a benefit for the crops. And in the third example, we have vertical installations that can potentially lead to wind protection depending on the context. So we talk about a beneficial relationship between the crop and the energy production. And as I introduced you to these different perspectives earlier, we in our paper bring them now together, making the point that the different stakeholders we talked to in 3 different countries showed us that there are many drivers and many barriers regarding agrivoltaics as a really new innovation technology on the market. There's still a lot to learn about them. We have to look at drivers and barriers on all the different product characteristics, on all the different social levels. And we found very interesting and sometimes also contrary perceptions that we would like you to introduce you in detail to in our paper. So please have a look and learn about the drivers and barriers of agrivoltaic diffusion.